Okay. Okay, I like the fact that she left space down here. That's good. I like her title. One suggestion I would have, I like the fact that she numbered all these, but probably just numbers might have been better. Because I find my eye popping to all of these things, all these words, and not looking at the pictures. She needs to work a little bit more on, well, most of them are sharp. This one, however, probably would have found a different one to use because the boats they're just not sharp. They're out of focus. And that's really hard because I'm assuming she's on a boat.
Yeah.
So she's going like this and they're going like this.
Right.
And so that's very difficult to do.
It was actually moving too, so.
Yeah, so I would tell her to pick a different photo than this one. That one's probably the weakest one on the board. I like this bucket. I would probably like to see I'd like to see more of either the bottom. I like the fact that she got both edges up here, but I'd like to get this edge down here.
Would you suggest backing away or just going lower?
Well, if she just goes lower, she's going to tighten up here, and then she's going to lose this part of the bail.
Right.
And I think she needs that. So maybe just, it wouldn't even have to be very far. She can look in her viewfinder, and she can see if this is there. And there's actually water here. If this was sitting in a puddle where you get this reflection coming down, she needs to take the picture she first sees, which is this one. Okay. Then look at it again, take a step back, and see what else is down here. Because if there's a puddle down here, and this bucket is reflecting in that puddle, it would just add another dimension to it. I like the fact that it's not dead center. It's more like to this side. If she could compose it so it's more in this third of it, that would also make it stronger. But I love the fact that there's all this texture in this old bucket.
I was looking, there's a lot of that on the rocks too, I think.
And all on the rocks too. And I like the fact that it's sharp here, and it fades off to the back, so you know that this is what she wants you to see. And this is a nice pattern shot of all these corn husks. But if she's going to do one like this, this is just a little bit soft. Her camera focused in here, but this is just a little bit too close to her camera to get this sharp. So she might want to take, like again, take this one and then tilt her camera up a little bit. I'm assuming this is in a corn crib.
I have no clue on that.
Well, if there's more corn back here, she could tilt her camera up a little bit. Because this is far enough away from her camera that she got focused here. She didn't get focused here. And since this is in the front, it's more important that this be focused. So if she bring this and put this, just not move her feet, but just tilt her camera up a bit so that this is in the front of the frame, and then it goes back. Because if it's out of focus back here, it's not as critical as if it's out of focus up here. Because this is where my eye goes first.
So the leading edge needs to be more
Right.
And then blend off, basically, or kind of.
Right. Now, there are exceptions to that. But in this case, where you've got all this patterning, yeah, you want the pattern starting sharp in the front and going to the back.
Okay.
I love the colors in here. This is beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's my favorite place.
And is that here?
No, Patoka in around French Lake, West Baden area.
You know, I've never been to Patoka Lake.
It's beautiful. There's no houses built on it.
Wow. But I love the fact that she got this pink down here and the pink up here, and it's just all pastels. It has a nice, peaceful mood to it. And her horizon is straight.
I thought maybe she'd try to get some of the fireworks after that, because that's on the 5th of July, and they do the fireworks there, but I don't think she was having trouble getting them.
Yeah, fireworks are hard unless you're on a tripod. I mean,
sitting in a boat would have been hard.
Yeah. Now, she might have gotten some nice abstracts. You know, if you just kind of let the fireworks do their little thing and you get these nice wavy lines. But as far as getting sharp fireworks, it would have been very difficult. Very difficult. But I love this. I love this. I like old farm equipment too. And I like the fact that this chain right here, that is so sharp. That is very nice. I would like to, again, for her to back up a little bit so that you see this continuing down here, because it just kind of stops. And I know it curves back. I'm just not sure where it goes. So either step back, try a different angle. Don't need quite so much of this, maybe. Maybe not so much of this. I don't know. I don't know what her purpose was. But this is like dead center. And composition, and you'll have to explain this to her. Rule of thirds. You divide your photograph into threes. Well, the strongest place for your subject is on one of these lines, and the very strongest one is wherever these imaginary lines cross. So if this, and this is like smack in the center, if it were over here a little bit, then it would come down like this, and if she backed up and got this curve, it would come down and it would curve into all of this over here. But since this is her subject, it needs to be like on this axis point. Okay. But I like the fact that she tried that. It's really good. Okay. She's got some nice things going on in this one. But I'm not sure. I'm assuming that all the patterns in this wood going this way are what caught her eye. But my eye keeps going to this little white flower. And actually, if she had maybe tried a vertical and used this as part of the composition, because she has these nice framing elements, and there's this beautiful little flower down here. But I love the fact that she got the colors in the wood. Again, this one's not, but these two right here are not sharp. So she just needs to really watch her focus. Again, this is really pretty sunset. Between the two of these, I think this one's stronger because this has this really dark, and there's not much detail there. There's wonderful stuff going on up here. If she had tilted it up, I'm assuming she was trying to get the pink in here like she did on the other one.
Right, in the water.
Right. But there's so much stuff going on in the sky that maybe she needed to just get a fringe of those trees and just play with the sky. Because I'm not sure that this all down here adds much to it. I think it gets stronger up this way.
Where like on the other one, since it's a smaller strip, it doesn't take away from it?
Right, right. Because there's so much up here, there's so much going on down here with the color and the texture of the water.
Yeah,
and just this little narrow anchoring strip. And there's detail in here. I can see these trees against this other tree line over here. We're down here. There's nothing, no detail in here.
It's dark.
It's just dark. Yeah. And this was probably, I'm going to guess, 10 minutes maybe after this one.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Because once the sun goes down, it gets dark really quickly.
Or it might have been to the different direction, I'm thinking.
Right.
Because I think that was straight on, and this was maybe over to the side, which wouldn't that make it a little darker because your sunset going down? It could.
So you're saying that this is probably this line of trees over this way, maybe?
Yeah, well, I think it was kind of like in a cove, maybe. So, and that was out of it. And this, or not a cove, but I guess a finger. So that's out in the main body, and I think maybe this is to the side.
Okay.
I think, but I'm not positive.
Okay. Well, tell her to take this photograph, because this is what she sees. And her eye saw detail in here, but the camera can't record it. So tell her to take what she sees and then recompose it, play with it. As long as there's light up here, now probably another 10 minutes, this is going to all start turning this color. So tell her to recompose it to come up here because her camera can't record what detail is down here. Yeah. So, and there's not enough of the water to add interest below that, and that's just such a big black streak that would make it better. I would really need to talk to her about what she was shooting here.
I would guess it's just the leaves and the branches. That would be my guess, and then maybe the color's coming in behind it since it was supposed to be on color, but I don't.
Right. And I'm trying to figure out what that is. Is that a truck?
It looks kind of like a truck bed to me, but I'm not sure.
A train or something. Well, if she's doing the leaves, I would suggest that she get in closer. And I would guess that the leaves are it because they are the sharp part of the
photograph. They look like they're in focus where the stuff behind it isn't.
Right. So I would maybe even just do like this section. I like the color behind it. Maybe move around this way so she's coming in this way so that these are all against this pink and blue instead of this green.
Okay.
Because you kind of lose them down here in the green.
Right.
That's a compost bin.
Do what?
I think that's a compost bin, isn't it?
Oh, that.
Yeah, I'm moving up.
I'm not sure. She took these when she was with her mom, but it looks like it has hay in it, maybe. So I thought maybe it was like a horse feeder.
Okay.
Because I seen in some of the pictures she had there were some horses.
Okay. I need something to tell me what that is. And again, it's smack dab in the center. So if it's a horse feeder, if she could, get a horse, or if there was something horse related, so that I know what it is. I'm not sure. And I love going up to this one. I love the patterns in here. Again, I would do this one, and then I would find a smaller section where if she could, get these ripples going through. And then once she gets in close, she can do it straight. She can do it at an angle. because it's just pattern.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be water. It can be just a blue pattern shot. And in that case, it doesn't matter if it's this way, this way, this way. It can be, she can get really creative in here playing with that. So, okay. I think my favorite one of hers is this one.
Yeah, I like that.
I just like the mood of that a lot.
Water puts me in a good mood. Of course, I make money off it too, so.
Well, she tried some difficult things, and she's showed some imagination. She needs to work on her composition a little bit, but she did well for her first try.
Now, does anything on there stand out to you that if it was done a little bit different, then it would make it your favorite one, or you understand what I mean? Like, do you see one that you'd really like for it to be your favorite if it was done different, or?
Well, I'm partial to old buildings, old equipment. And I think I would like this one. I would like to like this one. I would like for her to play with this idea more. And I'm thinking this is after a rain, because I think this is a puddle. I don't think it's a leaky bucket.
Yeah.
I would like for her to play with that. Maybe get a flower or something with color and just have it in the bucket, beside the bucket. You know, she could put it down here. She could put it hanging out. Like a coneflower or a zinnia or some bright colored flower. But yeah, I'd like to see her play with this one more.
Okay.
I would like to see her work. These are difficult because you can't really move. This you can move wherever you want it.
Right.
This is difficult because you can't. You can only move yourself.
But difficult makes you good too.
Yeah. So I'd like to see her work with this one more. And yeah.
Okay.
But as it is, this one's my favorite.
Okay.
So
and the boat one was your least favorite because of the focus.
oh, it's
Okay.
She should just find another photograph there.
Just the clarity of it.
Yeah, and it really. It's just a boat on the water. It's not telling me. It's not telling me a story. It's not.
Okay.
You know, if one of these boats, somebody was fishing and they had their line, or they were casting their line, or whatever. But you know, with it being out of focus, she probably should have picked a different one to put on there. Okay.
Okay.
But tell her I love that. That's gorgeous. She ought to put that on the wall.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Okay, on your
Maybe
wall.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, at the lake on the wall.
Right. So I'm going to, because she tried a lot of different things, and she tried some things that were really hard. This is really hard. This is hard. It seems like it would be very simple, but this is hard to make a compelling photograph. I'm going to give her a blue because she's tried so many hard things. But tell her to keep looking, keep shooting. She's got a good eye on certain things.
Okay.
Okay?
That sounds great.
Thank you.
Thank you.